Here, it's all about the water. And what's beautiful about this lot is that we have 2 view sheds of water. You know, how do we give that back to the family every day and really connect our architecture back into that water?
We try to pick materials that are really durable, but also beautiful.
My name is John Patrick Wimberry. I'm an architect and partner at the Upstudio. We're here at 780 Dune Rd. From an architecture perspective, we get really moved by this idea of creating joy for the families that get to inhabit our projects. Every project that we get to work on, first thing that we analyze is the path of the sun, right? It's this big, massive ball of fire in the sky, and we want to make sure that we're harnessing that in every decision that we make. So what we want to do is break the architecture apart to allow the sun to come into specific spaces. And then once we know where that is, we'll make sure that we'll fully glaze those moments so the sun is coming in. And like throughout the day, you're getting this unbelievable shadow play inside like a gathering space or an entry sequence. That's really, really important for us. It almost like tracks or time stamps just the day passing, and there's a really kind of beautiful rhythm to that inside of the architecture. In any of the interior spaces, the kitchen and the main gathering space, the idea was to create a really simple muted palette. The context outside of the glazing windows, that's everything for us. So we don't want the interiors to fight that. We actually want that to be a really seamless transition from like a visual perspective from the inside to out. I think in anything that we design, we want it to be this piece of architecture that someone sees and know that there was extreme thought put into every aspect of that project. And the legacy that we're trying to instill is that thoughtful architecture creates a better built environment for everyone to inhabit in. So if we can constantly be questioning ourselves, constantly be asking how to solve it better, again, using the path of the sun or using view sheds or using the client's unique program, whatever those elements are, we want the architecture to constantly be pushing up against it and really force ourselves to find unique solutions inside of that.
I'm Chad Gesson. I'm partner, builder of this beautiful home. We are First Dunes. We're the developers and builders of this home and many other homes here on the coast. The question of how the environment influences the design of materials is the fundamental question that drives us as builders and as real estate developers and as design consultants. From a material standpoint, we have to think about both the interior materials, the exterior materials, the HVAC systems. It's a holistic thought that comes together in a design ultimately. And we partnered with Upstudio on this, which were great partners, and really we had a really amazing discovery phase before a pen ever went to paper to just sort of define what all of these requirements were. So we try to pick materials that are really durable, but also beautiful and also high-end luxury that would be expected at a house at this price point. We sourced for this house 4 foot by 4 foot Italian porcelain. We went to Italy, picked it out ourselves. We don't have to worry about sunscreen damaging some natural material, and we don't have to worry about water on the floor. You can get this floor wet all you want. It's the same installation as a shower. When it comes to the outside of the house, we want to use things that are durable, and we want to also install them in a durable way. So this house uses a combination of kiln-dried vertical pine siding, and then above that, the second and third floor, we're using eastern white shingles that come from Canada that are pre-finished. And then we're setting all of that on top of a rain screen system, so that's going to extend the life of both the paint finish on there and the shingles themselves. And then one of the biggest design decisions we make overall is what is the enclosure going to be like?
We take a real systematic approach. So we have to kind of do all this analysis and just essentially get our sea legs in a project. But there's a moment when you get all the, let's call it data. So you get the client's needs, and you get the site restraints, and you get the path of the sun, or all the things that we need to do to start to do it. And you just start to formulate this motion on the site. And there's this moment when it starts to click, and you're just oof, we are cooking. And that to me, I think is this, I can't replicate it in any other thing I do in my life, but it's the thing that just keeps us going.